Nischal, a young mechanical engineer, always felt drawn to the intricate world of machines. From a very young age, he was captivated by the way things worked, the way parts fit together to create something functional and powerful. As a boy in Nepal, he spent countless hours tinkering with his father's tools, fascinated by the mechanics of everyday objects. His curiosity was insatiable, and he was always eager to learn more. He'd take apart old radios and clocks, not always able to put them back together, but learning with each disassembled part. Each failure was a lesson, each success a triumph that fueled his passion even more. There was a certain magic in understanding the mechanisms that powered everyday objects, the gears, the circuits, the intricate dance of components working in harmony. It was all a source of endless fascination for him. His love for machines grew with him, evolving from a simple hobby into a profound passion. As he grew older, his projects became more ambitious and his skills more refined. He excelled in his science and math classes, his notebooks filled with detailed drawings of engines and gears. These subjects were not just academic requirements for him, they were the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the mechanical world. He devoured books on physics and mechanics, his mind eager to grasp the principles that governed the physical world. Every new concept he learned was another piece of the puzzle, another step towards mastering his craft. Each equation he learned, each concept he mastered, fueled his passion further. The more he understood, the more he wanted to know, and the deeper his love for machines grew. His family, though initially amused by his tinkering, quickly recognized his talent and nurtured it. They saw the spark in his eyes, the determination in his actions, and they knew he was destined for something great. They provided him with more advanced tools and encouraged him to explore his interests. With their support, he was able to take on more complex projects and push the boundaries of his abilities. Nischal's curiosity knew no bounds. He was always looking for new challenges, new problems to solve, and new ways to apply his knowledge. He wasn't just content with understanding how things worked. He yearned to build, to create, to bring his mechanical visions to life. His journey from a curious boy to a skilled mechanical engineer was a testament to his passion, dedication, and unrelenting curiosity. Now, years later, Nischal found himself drawn to a different kind of machine motorcycles. These weren't just any motorcycles, they were symbols of freedom, adventure, and a deep-seated passion that had grown within him over the years. His garage wasn't just a place to park his bike, it was his sanctuary. A workshop filled with the tools and parts that allowed him to connect with his passion on a deeper level. Every corner of the garage told a story, from the well-worn tools to the carefully arranged parts, each piece a testament to countless hours of dedication and love. The scent of engine oil and gasoline filled the air, a familiar and comforting aroma. It was a smell that brought back memories of long nights spent tinkering, the satisfaction that came with every successful repair or upgrade. Wrenches of all sizes hung neatly on the wall, each one carefully chosen for its specific purpose. They were more than just tools. They were extensions of his hands, instruments that allowed him to bring his mechanical visions to life. Spare parts, meticulously labeled and stored, lined the shelves, waiting to be brought back to life. Each part had a story, a history, and a future that Nischal was eager to uncover and restore. The centerpiece of this sanctuary was his pride and joy, a restored Royal Enfield Bullet motorcycle. This wasn't just a bike, it was a masterpiece, a culmination of his skills, patience, and unwavering passion. For Nischal, riding wasn't just about the thrill of speed, it was an expression of freedom, a way to connect with the open road and the machines that made it possible. Each ride was a journey, a chance to explore new horizons and experience the world in a way that only a motorcyclist could. He loved the feeling of the wind against his face, the roar of the engine between his legs, the knowledge that he was in complete control of this powerful machine. It was a sensation that was both exhilarating and grounding, a reminder of the raw power and beauty of the machines he cherished. Every ride was a chance to escape the everyday, to leave behind the worries and stresses of life and simply exist in the moment. It was a form of meditation, a way to clear his mind and find peace in the simplicity of the ride. The open road beckoned, promising adventure and a sense of liberation that only a rider could truly understand. It was a call to explore, to push boundaries, and to embrace the unknown with open arms and a full heart. One perfect Saturday morning, with the sun shining brightly and a gentle breeze blowing, the world seemed to be waking up in the most serene way possible. The early morning light filtered through the trees, casting a golden hue over everything it touched. It was the kind of morning that promised adventure and tranquility in equal measure. Nischal decided to embark on a leisurely ride. He donned his riding jacket, pulled on his gloves, and felt the familiar thrill of anticipation. Each piece of gear was like a ritual, preparing him for the journey ahead. The jacket felt snug and protective, the gloves a second skin ready to grip the handlebars. He settled onto his Enfield, the familiar weight of the bike a comforting presence. He kicked the engine to life, the deep rumble a symphony to his ears. The sound was more than just noise, it was a promise of freedom and the open road. He felt a surge of excitement as he shifted into first gear and eased the clutch out, the bike smoothly responding to his touch. The open road stretched out before him, an asphalt ribbon winding its way through lush green valleys and over rolling hills. Each turn and twist of the road was an invitation to explore further, to see what lay beyond the next bend. The landscape was a living painting, constantly changing and always beautiful, a picturesque invitation to adventure. As he rode, he couldn't help but marvel at the beauty that surrounded him. The air was sweet with the scent of pine needles and wildflowers, a natural perfume that invigorated his senses. The sun warmed his skin, making him feel alive and connected to the world around him. The gentle hum of the engine provided a steady rhythm to his journey, a constant companion that kept him grounded. He felt a sense of peace settle over him, a feeling of being completely present in the moment. He rode for hours, losing himself in the rhythm of the road. The world outside his helmet seemed to fade away, leaving him alone with his thoughts and the soothing hum of his bike. With each passing mile, his worries and stresses seemed to melt away, replaced by a sense of exhilaration and contentment. The journey was more than just a ride. It was a form of meditation, a way to reconnect with himself and the world. Every twist of the throttle, every shift of the gears brought him closer to a state of pure bliss. By the time he returned home, he felt rejuvenated, his spirit lifted by the simple joy of a Saturday's escape.